up that I have for this episode was, Sabrina ended up going over to Calvin and Maurice's place to confront Q, and it ended up in a physical altercation. Finally, after all these weeks of Q just making a mockery out of Calvin, making a mockery out of the whole situation, he finally got the beat down that he was due. So that's a big fat up. Yes, it is your boy KEV, the boss from ShifterMagazine.com, here with another episode of Shifter TV Talk, where we break down the latest and some of our favorite TV shows. And so today we're talking about Season 5, Episode 11 of BET's Sistas, Tyler Perry's Sistas, last episode before the Christmas break. And it was another dope episode, people. I got about 4 ups, 0 downs, people. That's the kind of episode it was. 2 weeks in a row. I think we got pretty much a perfect episode. So we're going to jump right in. But first off, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and hit that little notification button for more music and film and television content from Shifter. Now let's jump right in. So the first up for this episode, Danni and Preston, Danni and Preston. We saw last episode that they were outside of Danny's place, having a little talk, first time seeing each other, first time sharing a scene in a very long time. So this episode, it kind of starts with them in bed together. Nothing happened apparently, but they're in bed together. You can see the love in Danny's eyes. You can see the relief of her, in her eyes of Preston being there with her again. She's feeling him. She's happy. She's in love. He's in love too. I love the dynamic between those two. So Danni and Preston together, seemingly together again. Boom. Big time up. Now the next up, carries on from last week. Aaron and Karen. Never thought I would like Aaron so much, but the character of Aaron is starting to evolve well. Loving the relationship between Aaron and Karen. They shared a little moment, a little I love you moment before he left the house to go to work. Again, I think they're going to be one of the happiest couples on the show. So Aaron and Karen, boom, massive big up for them too. The next up, Sabrina is out of jail finally, people. Sabrina is out of jail. She looks a little bit shaken up. She looks like she's kind of a shadow of her former self, but she's out of jail finally. They had to pay $3 million in bail money to get her out, but she's finally out. Sabrina's out of jail. Boom, big up. Now the last up that I have for this episode was, Sabrina ended up going over to Calvin and Maurice's place to confront Q, and it ended up in a physical altercation. Sabrina started hitting him with golf clubs. Then, Calvin got in on it, started hitting him with golf clubs. They finally, after all these weeks of Q, just making a mockery out of Calvin, making a mockery out of the whole situation, he finally got the beat down that he was due. So that's a big fat up. We don't know what's going to come out of that. We don't know if maybe it's going to end up getting Calvin in jail or Sabrina back in jail. We don't know if he's going to press charges. As of right now, all we know, he was on the ground getting beat down with golf clubs. That is a big, massive up after everything he put people through. So those are my 4 ups for last night's episode of Tyler Perry's Sistas. I have no downs, people. There are no downs. The episode was pretty much perfect. There's some other good storylines in there that weren't necessarily ups or downs. There's Zach, who he went to go get some legal counsel because he's about to get sued by a few baby mamas. Learned that that both baby mamas might be able to take 50% of everything he has, leaving him with 0. So that's going to be interesting. I don't think that's going to actually happen though, because I don't think those kids are actually his, but it's interesting. So we'll see how that goes. The salon, the end of the previous episode, Pam left a curling iron on. I was thinking, okay, there's going to be a fire at the salon. The whole place is going to burn down. It's not going to be good for Pam or Aaron. That ended up being a false alarm. Gary and Andy, having sex again, because they pretty much have sex every single episode, Andy and Gary. But after feeling himself and feeling more secure in his relationship with Andy, he kind of let it slip that he had some. See, he's basically trying to take Robin's company, that he's making a move. So that's kind of that sub storyline. I'm thinking that Andy's going to tell Robin and that it's going to, derail the whole thing, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, Gary's feeling himself and kind of let the whole plot with Hayden and the whole takeover of the firm go. So we'll see where that goes. And the episode ended with Karen going on her doctor's appointment to figure out who is the father of the baby. Is it Zach? Is it Aaron? Could it be somebody else that we don't even know yet? That's possible too. But yeah, so she found out that, the specific date of when the baby was conceived. So in her mind, she knows who the father is. She hasn't revealed it to us as the audience. She hasn't revealed it to the sisters yet, to her girls yet. But we're probably gonna find out next episode. It resumes on January 4th, so it's good. It's not a long break. It's not a big mid-season finale situation where we gotta wait months to know what's happening. It's resuming on January 4th. I'm looking forward to it because the episodes have been getting better and better week by week. So yes, we'll be back on January 4th. Wishing you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from the whole team at Shifter. That's it. I'm your boy KB the Boss from ShifterMagazine.com. I'm out. Peace.